the February issue of our magazine, we have a wonderful story on a Mexican garden party. And one of the dishes, it's a stuffed pepper or a chili rellenos, can be made lots and lots of different ways. But Roberto Santibáñez is here. Is that how you say your name?
Santibáñez, correct.
And is here from Mexico City. And he's now are you the executive chef?
The culinary director.
Culinary director of one of my favorite restaurants in New York, Rosa Mexicana. And he's here with his very special version of a chili relleno. And I love them so much. I had them stuffed with lobster this summer.
Oh, really? What?
Delicious, up in Maine.
Oh, wonderful.
And in a Mexican restaurant.
A poblano pepper?
Yes.
Oh, good.
Yeah, really good.
Good.
So you're using what kind of peppers?
We're using ancho peppers, which
Yes.
is the dry poblano.
And we're going to make the filling first and then talk about the peppers. Because this is a lengthy recipe, but it's really worth learning because they are delicious. So you're heating some oil.
We're going to use some olive oil, mild olive oil. In Mexican cooking, you don't use very heavy olive oils. We don't particularly got the taste for olive oil, but we do fry a lot of our things.
So it's one whole white onion?
Yes.
So do you cook generally with white onions?
Yes, white. And that's also very important. It needs to be white onion for it to taste real Mexican.
Yeah.
Once the onion is translucent, we add the garlic. And we are going to add tomatoes. This time we're going to add a little dash of sugar because tomatoes, even though they look nice, they're not as sweet as they should be.
At this time of year, you mean? Are those plum tomatoes?
Yeah, they're plum tomatoes, and they're beautiful looking. They're just, I don't think they're as sweet as we want them to be.
Now, you come from Mexico City.
Yes.
And you learned to cook where?
At home.
At home.
With grandmothers and the typical Mexican family that lives to eat.
So, do you want to add the sugar now?
Yes, we're going to add a pinch of sugar. That's
Any
plenty.
salt?
And we need a little salt. And we're also going to add the herbs. We're going to add a couple of bay leaves and thyme. We have a lot of Spanish influence in
Well, yeah, you have an
a lot
amalgam of so many different cuisines,
Incredible.
don't you, in Mexico?
We do.
And yet Mexican cuisine varies from region to region in your country.
Very, very varied. Right now we have 62 different groups of people that speak different languages still.
62 in
That's
Mexico.
Still, yes.
Amazing. So this has to cook for 15 minutes.
For 15 minutes.
But you have chicken, too.
We have to get going with the chicken.
Okay, so we can just watch this cook. It looks awfully good. So again, olive oil?
Olive oil. We have 2 pounds of chicken.
So that's ground white meat of chicken?
Ground, coarsely ground. You don't want them very, very finely ground. Or if you don't have a grinder, you can chop it.
Right.
Chop it up. And preferably the thigh and the leg is what we want to use.
So dark meat of chicken.
Well, that's kind of the best part.
Right, okay.
Right? Okay, and once it starts kind of smoking, so you want high heat in this. So
that's 1.5 pounds of chicken?
That's 2 pounds of chicken. It is important to do this in an open pan because all the liquids evaporate faster.
Right.
I'm going to salt this. I am stirring constantly, and that's just because you don't want the water to accumulate.
Okay.
Okay, now this is cooked.
Should I finish this now? Add the...
Yes.
It looks
We
good.
can add that.
How many olives?
That is half a cup of olives.
And how many capers?
Quarter cup of capers. And half a cup of raisins.
Very easy. And then this cooks even more.
That cooks for like 5 minutes, so you get all the flavors together.
Okay, so now you have this beautiful one all done.
Yes.
And are you going to cook the chicken in here?
No, we are going to, as you know, you have all the chicken flavors in this pan. What we want is to add the tomato thing to this pan so it picks up all the flavors from there. So we can add that. Great.
And it still is a beautiful color.
This is a great dish. It reheats
and no cheese at all.
No cheese. No. Afterwards, when we finish it, we're going to add the almonds and the herbs, fresh herbs. So it has mint and cilantro. Chile ancho.
Yeah.
Okay, these are the ripened poblanos that are turned red and that dried. You see how they kind of get translucent.
Beautiful.
So we empty all the seeds.
Ready now,
yeah, they're all ready.
Oh, these
we just wanted to
okay.
demonstrate this one. So now they're all slit open, and we're going to soak them in 4 cups of water with piloncillo. You know piloncillo, the dark sugar.
That's wonderful. Cane sugar.
Right. Dissolves a little faster.
So if you use white sugar, it would not taste the same?
No.
Can you use brown sugar?
You can use brown sugar. You can use a little bit of molasses, too.
How much sugar is
4
that?
ounces of
Okay.
piloncillo. See, it's moist. It's
Yeah,
nice.
it's great.
And then the vinegar.
Oh, so what kind of vinegar?
It is apple cider vinegar, and it's 2/3 of a cup.
Okay.
Of
So
apple
that you're
cider
making
vinegar.
a kind of a sugar syrup,
Yes.
and that will sweeten up the
Right. It's
concho.
very light.
Oh, should I be doing something with the mint?
If you want to chop it till we add it to the chicken,
Oh, okay.
that's
so,
great.
Okay, I'll just do that while I'm...
Mexican cinnamon, which we're going to add to our soaking liquid.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful.
If you smell it, it's very floury.
I love it, yes.
It's very floury. So we're going to break it up a little bit and put it in there. The liquid is getting a little bit of salt, which is like a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. It needs to have this balance of salt, sweetness, sourness.
Lovely.
Okay, this is reached the boil. We're going to add the chiles to it, and we'll just make sure that they submerge.
Oh, here. Sorry.
So yeah, so they all get wet and rehydrated. We're going to let them sit over here for 10 minutes. They'll rehydrate pretty fast. And we're going to finish this picadillo with your wonderfully chopped mint.
So do you want the mint?
Yes, we want the mint, we want the parsley, and we want cilantro.
So what, 1/4 of a cup of each about?
1/4 cup of each, less mint. Mint is only like 8 sprigs of mint, just the leaves only. And we're going to add the almonds, some slivered almonds.
Great. And 1/4 of a cup of those. Yeah,
Yes.
right? Yes. And then some more salt.
A little bit of salt.
I'm reading the recipe.
It's a little bit of salt to everything, so it's well seasoned. We're going to stuff the chiles. We're going to use then for the sauce the cream.
Here's some cream.
Okay. Here is some cream. This is Mexican crema. Sometimes
where do we buy that
sour cream will do.
Oh, okay.
Mexican grocery stores, they all have it. They all have it.
Oh, that's beautiful. So it's like it's a cross between a sour cream and a creme
Sour cream and creme fraiche.
Right.
Yes. And slightly saltier if you taste it.
So this
It's
is 2 cups?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me taste this so it tastes right.
Yeah, good. And so this you just cook?
I just give it a boil with 1/2 cup of onions.
Ah, unusual.
Raw
Makes it even
onions.
more sour.
A bit sweet.
Yes, sour sweet, but I know what you mean.
Right, it adds this kind of sweetness. This needs to boil for 8 minutes. While that happens, we're going to
Do our stuffing.
do the stuffing of the chiles. We have some chiles here that have already been rehydrating.
Oh boy, look at they really start to look like they looked before they were dried.
Right. And look how
Yes.
sweet and really
Beautiful.
delicious they look. They're going to be very, very
Shiny
fantastic.
and gorgeous.
Yes.
So here you can bring your filling over here.
Yes. You can bring the filling. You can let this cool a little bit so it doesn't burn your hands. And we can stuff them. Very easily. We'll just stuff them.
Just hold them.
Just hold them open. And stuff. You can put them with the face up so you can see the stuffing, or you can serve them close like this, which they look also very beautiful in a nice dish.
And then the cream with onions, and that's it? Nothing else in the cream?
Well, the cream gets strained from the onions. You actually don't want to eat boiled onion. And then it's added with cilantro. Okay.
Okay.
The chiles are going to go in the oven.
Okay, for how long?
For 15 minutes.
Okay.
Just heat through and bake before we serve. I'm going to strain the sauce.
And just uncovered like that?
Yes, uncovered is fine.
And we have a pan already baked. Oh, they look so beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
Here they are. So these cooked at 350 for how long?
350 for 15 minutes.
Lovely.
Just enough to, heat them through, finish cooking. See, they're softer than before. Okay, we're going to stir in the cilantro. Well, this is hot, so you want the perfumes of the cilantro to leach into the cream.
Wow, there are wonderful smells here. This is amazing.
Look, the cream. See what the onion did to it?
Fabulous.
It really, really gave it some flavoring. Now, let's grab a chili from here and put it in here. So we spoon some of this over it.
And that looks utterly delicious. And that pepper, I've never had it with this kind of pepper.
It's wonderful.
Oh, well, it's not too spicy. This is delicious. Oh, fantastic.
Wonderful.
Well, thank you very much. I think I could eat a couple.